Hi, my name is Davey J, and I'm a broadcaster DJ. I work for a station called My Soul. I know Ty from when he first started as a rapper. In fact, I remember him, first of all, as a dancer coming to gigs that I used to play at when me and Max used to work at Kiss, and he'd come to lots of hip-hop gigs, and I didn't even know he could rap. I always thought he was a guy who did the most eccentric dances, because he just danced like nobody else. So, yeah, I know him from just being on the scene at the time in the 90s. And then eventually I heard him rapping on a record, which I didn't even know he could rhyme. Ty, for me, represented the new wave of UK rappers at the time. So right back in the day, there was the London Posses, the Hijacks, the Cookie Crews. And then there was the next set of people after that. And Ty was one of those people who represented to the fullest in those people. He rhymed with a UK accent. So he was along with the, your black twangs, etc. of the time. And I don't know anybody that had anything bad to say about him. I remember listening to a tribute that Big Ted did, and he went through so many records I'd forgotten that he had done. So the scene, and listening to other people, they said that he was one of these people. He was always trying to bridge the gap between the elders and the youngsters, and at the same time being true to himself. And he always spoke up. There's no two ways about that. I mean, I remember many a time being outside a club, and he would just, there'd be conversations, and we would talk about whatever. He was a very worldly person, a very knowledgeable guy, and you could have good conversations with him.
Hey, what's up? This is Teddy. My occupation in hip-hop is everything. I've been an MC, I've been a DJ, I've been a TV presenter, I've been on the radio, I've done the clubs, I've toured with artists, I've made records, I've been in the magazines. I'm a Mr. Hip-Hop everything. So that's what I do. That's what I represent. I'm a hip-hop dude. I know Ty and have known Ty since the late 80s, early 90s. So we're talking at least 30 years, probably a little bit more. And we used to be on the same MC circuit, going to the same clubs, the same open mic sessions, and just really just became friends, ended up being on a few of his records and just performing with him. And, for the last, I guess, 8-10 years, I've been his performance DJ, various shows around planet Earth, just doing our thing. So, it's been pretty exciting.
Yeah, so my name's Charlie Dark, and I'm the founder of an organisation called Rundum Crew. A DJ, I'm a yoga teacher, community leader, brand consultant. And I worked with Ty for many, 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 many years in the spoken word field, and we taught a lot of workshops together in schools around the UK, did lots of performances together. He performed at my events and I performed at his. He just represented someone who had fallen in love with a culture many, many, many years ago and had maintained that passion and love for it and had tried to use it for good in as many different ways as he could.
My name is Kojo Boateng and I'm a creative director and graphic designer. I know Ben because we met in Brixton about 30 odd years ago. And in his early stages of career, I was a creative collaborator before the great Ben Wachenji worked with him. And I documented a lot of his early performances, but he was really a great personal friend.
My name is Paul Hampart-Sumian. I'm a photographer. I met Ty in the mid-90s on the club scene. I was going to a lot of hip-hop events. I was taking photographs, and I can't remember the first time exactly. I remember seeing him at Borderline, Flavour of the Month, that 279 used to put on. I remember seeing him at John Z. D's Apricot Jam on stage performing, and with the band. And I remember when he teamed up with Shorty Blitz to put out the I'm a Don 12-inch.
Hey, my name's Kish Cash, and I'm a former record store employee, a former streetwear distributor. I'm a DJ, radio host, sneaker connoisseur, podcaster, should I say, and a few other things. I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm about, really. That's what I am. I've known Ty. I was blessed to meet Ty back in '93. There was a record store in Tooting that my boy Cy Fusion from Silent Eclipse took me down to. And I just met everyone there. I met Shorty, I met Ted, I met Mark B, rest in peace. I met the creators. I met Ty as well. I met Remy Ruff and I met Ty. And I mean, Ty's music is, you just listen to it, the energy, the positivity within it, the stories, you know, the expression, the way he pushes things, you know, it's unique. And that's the thing, it's very hard to be unique in this world and have your own lane, you know, because you have derivatives of derivatives. But either through conscious, stubborn blockheadedness, which I would probably attribute to him, or just by luck, or maybe a combination of all of the above. You know, he manifested some incredible music that evokes positive vibes. I mean, I remember, you know, listening to Upwards. I remember listening to Awkwards. We would vibe. We would literally, you know, we'd be putting his music on, and just we never, you know, it was just basically, if you're feeling bad, you put that stuff on. You put his music on. You know, if you want to feel uplifted, or if you want to get in the groove. Basically, you know, he's one of the artists that you'd put on, and you know, it'll be like that, or De La Soul, or Tribe, or whatever. You know, those real sort of bouncy, feel good stuff, but not soft. That's the thing, right? You can get, you know, uplifting and feel good music, but the thing is, it has an essence where it's not really, it hasn't got an edge. Well, the thing is, Ty's music had edge. Ty's music does have an edge because Ty's music is still here, and you know, that's what it is. It's the uncompromising emotion, honesty.
Well, I was born to rock, not born to do it. Not just in Craig David, I'm just saying I'm fluid. Some of the best osmosis on the MIC. One of the first to say I'm from the NIG. I like my concepts overdone. Over love, I eat it down like a kebab. Rub my belly, show my father. Inspector with no whoso. Whosoever this, flung like a smelly fish. Never missed the opportunity to Luna. Feeling this? Well, you should have come sooner. The full effect will leave you deep in the laguna. Baby boom and King Cole, and it don't the Bible. While signs are vital, we fight for titles. Yes, doors are slammable, and hearts are flammable. The Dow Jones fluctuates, don't be a caged animal. Unravel the robe, spread your wings and travel the globe. Release your fears, get on that yellow brick road. We're all victims of evil, buried treasures are often deceitful. When you take away pedestals, only thing left is people.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Musically, Ty's music represented a variation for the hip-hop community in the UK and worldwide, because Ty carved out a living for himself with what he did. So it was very, I mean, he hit the broken beat scene, he had the soul scene, he had the hip-hop scene, but all with a UK flavour. If you didn't know anything about Ty and you just heard just the music and you didn't hear him rhyme, you know that the music was very British. Once he got on it, it made sense, because he was a music lover, so he liked all styles of music, but he repped that broken beat thing in a really good way, because I don't know what people know about riding a beat. So you can sit on the pocket, or you can be all over the place and then come back on the pocket. And riding a broken beat is very different to riding a straight 4/4, and he had the pocket of a broken beat down packed. He was really, really good. Really, really good. Really good.
I'm just a table tennis ball court slassenger. Even with a degree, it's still a passenger. Get on the bus, next stop, new planet. The way we jam it, Titanic, don't panic. Watch me, Janet, as we cut to the chase. Human race losing pace with the leader. Brainwash the population like a fetus. At first, I mean, do I really need this? Got me questioning who I really care for. Therefore, is it me I'm really here for? Politicians got me preparing for their war. Don't be silly, boy, I'm staying on the dance floor. Work the believers, handle your business. Come to town, throw it down like a frisbee. The rising champ never been down with Brigsby. To Wrigsley, world kind, are you with me? Music, got me moving, movement.
Ty's music represented Ty. It was heartfelt and honest and funny. I mean, I remember at the beginning, the Tail track he did, the Tail, where he was just talking about getting with the girl, and it was just funny, but you could picture it, like listening to it. It was a great tune, and again at the beginning when he did Hercules. So Hercules at Subterranea with, I think it was with Umpo and Apricot Jam band, and he got the whole crowd singing along to the chorus of Hercules to the tune of the Magic Roundabout. So it was Hercules, remember me, fool, you and me used to go to the same primary school. Had the whole place singing it, and this was an audience who didn't know his music at the time, but he had them in the palm of his hand. And so he could rock a crowd.
A church mouse versus a powerhouse. You was up north and I was definitely south. Hercules, remember me, fool? Me and you used to go to the same primary school. Hercules, remember me, fool? Me and you used to go to the same primary school. And I remember school then. You was the bully and I was one of the children. And I remember school then. You was the bully and I was one of the children. Okay, who's the brother with the brand new kicks? Kids chasing all the chicks, pocket bullets was the sticks. Bazooka, bubblegum, space dust and wham. Technicolor bed fluff, man, that wasn't the man. The kids chase, now that was real life trauma. Girls would freak down and cry if I caught them in the corner. I guess it was my Elvis Presley sheepskin jacket in my holy.
And in memories of Ty, being with Ty, watching Ty, performing with Ty, was a show we did in Warsaw out in Poland. And it was incredible. We were at this outdoor festival and the weather was cool right up until we came on stage. Like literally minutes before we were due to appear on stage, the weather changed and it just turned into this rain, this horror. And Ty looked at me, I looked at him, and we were like, yo, well, we're here. What are we going to do? We might as well do the show. So I put the music on, he went out to the front of the stage and he just drew this audience back from the edges where they were trying to shelter from the rain, brought them back to the front of the stage and kept them there for the duration of our performance. Like, it was amazing. He literally just like a magnet just drew these people back to party with us underneath their umbrellas. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, my name is Jumping Jack Frost. I'm a DJ, record producer, and author. Well, you know, he was just very eclectic, and you know, he represented the hip hop, but in a very eclectic way, and you know, a lot of using different musical influences from jazz to very earthly kind of sounds, and very witty and very clever with his music. And you know, I know he didn't like cliches. He didn't like certain to be pigeonholed, but you know, Ty was hip hop.
His integrity was solid. That's what people have got to remember about Ty. He would chat to anyone, literally anyone. If someone came to him, from what I recall, needing some help, he would advise them to the best of his knowledge. So he